Hi, I'm Sean Hessinger, and this is Small Biz in 15, the show where we bring you small business success in 15 minutes or less. Please like and subscribe if you enjoy the show. And please listen to the end for our small biz tip in 15 seconds or less. Recently, we talked with Brent Leary, managing partner at CRM Essentials, about his visit to an Amazon delivery station in the Atlanta metro area and the important role small businesses play in Amazon's last mile. So first, Brent, let's tell us a bit about kind of what you did and how you wound up following packages around at Amazon, how this all happened.
Yeah, well, it goes back to 1997 when I ordered my first package on. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, no, but my actual relationship to Amazon goes back to June of 1997 when I bought a book on Adobe. I think it was Photoshop. So I've just been really fascinated about their impact on customer engagement, customer experience, selling, e-commerce, and everything. And so I yes, I gave to their attention, and they invited me. That gave me an opportunity to actually take a look behind the scenes to see kind of a better behind the scenes view of the last mile here locally in the Atlanta metro area. So I got a chance to do a tour of what they call a delivery station, which is one of the facilities along the ecosystem of getting your stuff to you, which goes from fulfillment center to sorting facility to what I went to, a delivery station. And the one I went to was 250,000 square feet. And they take those packages and basically prepare them for that last mile delivery by a delivery truck, which is really delivery service partners. They're not Amazon employees. They're actually small businesses that Amazon works with to get you your package.
Well, let me ask you about that because you hear a lot of people talk about, and after all, we're a show and a website that talks about small businesses. And so many people talk about Amazon like it's just this big corporation, but as we know, there's a lot of third-party sellers. Can you talk a little bit about how you saw in this ecosystem how small businesses are, part of this whole process?
Yeah, so like I said, I got a chance to get kind of behind the scenes at what they call a delivery station facility. So apparently there's like a couple of components to that. So there's under the roof. So once the packages are taken off the trucks and brought into the facility for processing, and then once that processing is done, packing, they call it inducting, putting it in packages, putting it in a sorting bin, and getting it ready for the actual delivery service partners to come in, take the stuff, put it on their trucks, and then take it out for delivery. So that's kind of what I saw. Now, before that even takes place, they have fulfillment centers, which is where actual selling partners, if they're doing fulfillment by Amazon, their stuff that they sell goes into those facilities. And then once somebody hits the buy button and buys one of those things, that's when it goes from fulfillment center to sorting facility. And then once it goes from there, it gets delivered to any number of delivery stations. And that's where I went to. So the delivery station processes it to the point where it's ready to get put on a truck. And the truck, at least in the instance where I was, there's 7 delivery service partners that Amazon in this particular facility works with. So each one of those partners has multiple drivers underneath the business. So every morning between, I think it's 9:50 a.m. to like 11:30 a.m., a set of those delivery service partners come in. It's 20 minutes. They have an opportunity to load up all their stuff and hit the road. And then another delivery service partner brings all their trucks in and goes through the same process. And once it gets on the truck, it's out there and it's getting delivered.
So it's like small businesses sort of at the beginning of the process because they're selling and they have stuff that's actually sitting in Amazon warehouses. We did a show on that too. And then it sounds like also at the end of the process, they also have, when it comes to delivering, they have a lot of times partners that are smaller businesses involved as well.
Yeah, no, I think you're right about it. It's, you kind of think about sellers, that not only are they selling on the platform, that they're actually having a certain number of them are also using the fulfillment by Amazon service. So this, their inventory basically is sitting at one of these fulfillment centers so that it's easier and more efficient actually to go from somebody buying it to, all right, now it's already in an Amazon facility. So it kind of streamlines the process of getting that product out to the customer. But those delivery service partners, they are small businesses. I think it's kind of a service and a relationship that Amazon invested in, I think going back to 2018. So I think there's about 3,000 or so world, I don't know, maybe just the US, of these delivery service partners. And me personally, my experience last week, this one delivery station in Atlanta, and there are multiple delivery stations throughout the state, but I went to one of them, and then each one of those stations has a set of delivery service partners that it works with. So once that package gets processed, it comes in from fulfillment and sorting, goes into the delivery station, gets processed, and then it's ready to go out. Once it comes out, it's being handled by a delivery service partner, which is a non-Amazon employee. So yeah, there's 7 that this particular facility works with, 7 small businesses that are delivery service partners. And each one of those has multiple drivers, and they bring them all in at once. If delivery service partner 1 comes in at 9:50, 7 or 8 of those are trucks that belong to that delivery service partner. They all come in, and they can be all sizes. It could be vans, it could be big guys, but they have 20 minutes to load each one of those trucks for that particular service partner so that they can hit the road and get out there delivering stuff.
And I know you sent me all kinds of photos of like chutes and areas and everything. Can you describe to me what you saw at this delivery center a little bit?
Yeah, so I have to say, when I was first walking up to the facility, before I even got in, I'm thinking, wow, am I going to be, opening the door? It's going to be hot in there. There's going to be people running around, like mass confusion because people have to get, meet numbers. And I was completely blown away because it was the exact opposite. Walk in, it was very, very calm in there. And that was my first impression of it. And then you look and you see it's just huge. And you have like huge conveyor belts, that are there to move products from the trucks to the right stations for people to pick, pack, and ship and process and scan and induct and all these different things.
You did some interviews while you were there, which is really great. Talk to some people. Can you set up the first interview we have here, who we're talking to and kind of what they're talking about?
Yeah, so on this tour I took, I pretty much had 2 tour guides. One, and I'm going to call her the nickname because that's what everybody called her, Yo-Yo Johnson. She's the operational manager for that facility. And she kind of took me through what was going on in the inside, and she did a great job.
Let's watch that video now, then we'll come back and talk about the next interview you did.
We are currently on our launch pad. We do operate 2 different launch pads simultaneously here at DGT8. And on the launch pad is where the magic happens. We have our delivery service partners. They have their drivers pulling up onto the launch pad in their vehicles. And once they get onto the launch pad, we have an entire process that we go through to make sure we're maintaining safety at all times on the pad. So to my right, you will see our queuing location. Before drivers actually get onto the launch pad, they queue, and then they're released to come onto the launch pad by a traffic controller. That person will quite literally control the flow of traffic coming onto the launch pad and make sure that no drivers exit the vehicle until we have the all clear. Every single vehicle is stopped. There are no people on the launch pad, no product on the launch pad. We make sure everything is clear to go. Once we have that all clear, our drivers have 20 minutes from the time that they get onto the launch pad to load their entire vehicle with their full route and exit the Launchpad to start their dispatch process for delivering packages.
Next, we hear from Ross Kirkpatrick, Operations Manager at Amazon Logistics, about the process by which Amazon delivery partners load packages for the last mile of their journey to the customer's front door.
So you'll see it's pretty interesting the way the staging works. So our under the roof team actually stages the packages to where you'll see any totes. So what we call a tote is going to be a bin with multiple packages within those totes. They will load those first in a specific order. So we, under the roof, pick that route backwards so that it's more efficient for the drivers to deliver forwards on road. So basically working the system backwards to drive more efficiency on road. So as you'll see, drivers will first put that cart by their van, and then they'll load in a specific order, which their Flex app actually shows in real time. So it gives them step by step, hey, this will be, for example, your first tote will be 457 blue, like this first driver has in the first route. So very important that we can drive efficiency.
And Brent, set up this last clip for us.
Yeah, this is one that I just caught my interest as I was talking to Ross. He mentioned that if you are using the Amazon app, that you can actually find out you get all sorts of notifications, find out information, something like you can find out or get notified when you are the next stop in line to get delivered.
We try to give our customers that 360-degree view, consistent updates throughout the life of that package so they understand when they're going to be receiving their package, right? So there's actually updates that customers will receive on their Amazon app as well if they have the notifications turned on for updates for their delivery process. They'll even be updated for when the package leaves the fulfillment center and when it's heading to our delivery station, so it updates that delivery time. And then also, if a driver has that delivery stop next, it will notify the customer, you are next for the next stop of that driver's route. To basically proactively allow that customer to prepare for that delivery, to receive that package from that customer, and then also safely be able to retrieve that package at the time of that delivery.
And now it's time for our small biz tip in 15 seconds or less. Consider partnering with a larger business when starting out. They'll give you reach and resources you might never have had otherwise, helping you to grow your business faster than you ever thought possible. Thanks again to Brent Leary, and please like and subscribe if you enjoyed the show. And please leave a comment and let us know what topics you'd like to see covered in future programs. For more small business news and tips, join us at smallbiztrends.com.